Soldiers walked down a path in a strange country. They were coming home from the wars. Not only were they tired, but they were hungry too. In fact, they had eaten nothing for 2 days. As they were walking, the first soldier said, "How I wish we had some food to eat." The second then chimed in, "And a loft to sleep in." And the third said, "We have none of those." As they kept walking, a village came into view. The first then started saying, "Maybe they have some food to spare for us." Then the second said, "Well, maybe a loft we could sleep in." And the third said, "There's no use in not asking." When they entered the villagers saw them. "Soldiers," they muttered among themselves. "Soldiers are always hungry. We have barely enough to feed ourselves." So they hid cabbages and carrots under the blankets, barley and meat under the beds, and onions in the cupboards, and buckets of milk down into the wells. And soon the soldiers stopped at the house of Joseph and Benjamin. They knocked on the door, and Joseph opened the door and stood. The first soldier stepped up and said, "Do you have any food you could share for 3 hungry soldiers?" Joseph shook his head and said, "No, it has been a poor harvest, and all the food must be kept for seeds." And the second stepped up and chimed in, "Well, maybe an empty loft we could sleep in? No, all our lofts are full of soldiers." And then, so they soon came. The answer was the same at Vincent and Marie's house. There had been poor harvest, and all the lofts were full. They soon asked everyone in the village, and they started to get suspicious, and all their answers were the same. "There's 2 buyers with no food," they all scoffed. So then they came into the center of the village and said, "Good people, you have no food to share, so we'll just have to make stone soup. First, we'll need a fire to put in the center of the village." And now I know. There was a big fire in the center of the village. Next, we'll need the biggest pot you can find. It took 4 men to carry it into the center of the village above the fire. Next, we'll need water from your lakes, rivers, and wells. As you probably already know, the wells were used to hide milk, so they got buckets and got water from the river. Soon there was a boiling pot of water in the center of the village. Next, we'll need 3 stones. And so they got 3 stones and put it into the pot. The first soldier stepped up and started stirring the pot. "The soup is coming around really nice, but it would be even better if we had some salt and pepper to put into it too." So the villagers thought in their head, "Salt and pepper," they all said. Then the people rushed off to get salt and pepper, and they put it into the pot. He started stirring it again and said, "This soup would be much better than it already is if we had some cabbage and carrots put into it, but no use asking for what we don't have." Then the villagers thought for a minute. "Cabbage and carrots," they all said. Then some of them rushed off and got cabbage and carrots, and they put a bunch of them into the pot. The second soldier stepped up and started stirring the pot. "The soup would be good enough for a table if we had some barley and potatoes to put into it too." They all thought for a minute. Barley and potatoes, they said. Then half of them rushed off to get barley and potatoes, while the other half was still stirring there. The third man stepped up and started stirring the pot and said, "The soup would be good enough for a rich man's table if we had some meat and milk to put into it too. And no use asking for what you don't have." They all got meat and milk, they said, and then the other half rushed off getting milk. By the time they put the rest of the stuff into the pot, it was overflowing. By the time the soup was done, they had tables set into the center of the village so everyone could have some of the soup. They ate and sang for almost all the night. And when the soldiers could sleep, the first soldier slept at the baker's house, the second in the priest's, and the third in the mayor's house. In the morning, the villagers said, "Many thanks for what you have taught us. Now that we know how to make soup from stones, we will never go hungry." And the soldiers just said, "Hey, Bob, you just have to know how," and they went down the road.